Jesus spoke with his disciples, and they wanted to go to the cross. Peter said, I'll go with you, I'll fight for you. But it was so much more than a fight. One of the high priests, one of the soldiers from the high priest, he ended up, they chopped off his ear. He was injured. Christ ended up healing him. When Peter went to fight for him, Jesus stopped the fighting. It wasn't for Peter to take up that cup of salvation. He had a different cup for Peter. He had a different cup for Paul. He wanted Paul to go across all the world. He would take him to the highest judges, the highest courts, before kings, royalty. And he went and did that so he could give that cup that leadeth unto salvation. Jesus took forth a cup of his own. When we accept the covenant with Christ, when we take the Holy Communion, you are accepting the very life and the salvation of Christ. But if you look towards that, you can also see that Jesus is giving you that. What about the cup of David? Jesus said it so that he ended up understanding that, can you drink of this cup that I've poured out for you? If you can take away some of the things that you would like to have in this world and you give them to Jesus, he gives you an entirely different cup. It is monumental. Choose. He fills that cup of salvation. He has a cup of blessing for you. The more that you end up giving to Jesus, the more Jesus is measuring out. He's measuring it out. He's measuring it out. Where now, the cup of salvation that he has given to you is proportionate to the blessing and the time that you give to God. If you give an immense amount of time to God, you receive an immense portion. If you give your life to God, God is measuring the blessing that he has for you, and it becomes monumental. He is building forth the evidence of things unseen, the realization of what is hoped for, and the very cup of faith. The more faith that we give to God, the more value that he holds for us. He looks towards us every day. And when we look back towards God, we meet in adoration, in prayer, in supplication, and in thanksgiving. We receive the blessing of God, the peace of God that is beyond our comprehension, and the very understanding of Jesus. I want to give you that invitation. Receive Jesus Christ. Profess Jesus as Lord, and receive that cup of salvation, that divine blessing that cometh forth from God. God bless. God bless America. God bless.